Hello and welcome to the Extra Time Cricket Show. This is Suman Chakravarti and alongside I have famous cricket journalist Debashish Sen. Today, the thing which we'll be discussing here in this cricket chat show is definitely Captain Virat Kohli, who seemed to be effortless with his batting and scored another 100, which is 26th in his Test career. And he is going all guns blazing at the moment. And the first question which I'd love to ask you, Virat Kohli, every time it comes to bat, even though he is a captain over the years, we have seen captains really get a lot of burden or the pressure and all, but he seemed to be in complete ease at the moment, scoring hundreds at ease.
Absolutely, and it doesn't seem to be any sort of pressure. Why should I say pressure? Captaincy doesn't seem to be any sort of burden for Virat, the batsman. With today's 100, he has now scored 1900 as Test captain, which is incredible. Means a batsman, he has scored 26 Test matches, and out of those 26 Tests 100, 19 has come as a captain. So that speaks volumes of his credibility as a batsman. So captaincy doesn't seem to be.
He was batting, he seemed to be in complete control. But today, when he came into the bat, the first few overs were a bit nervy. The ball went past the bat for a few times, but after that, the way he settled in and played all those attacking shots,
if I can remember, I could notice that only one time he just took the ball seemed to beat his bat was the over when he was in the 90s when Keshav Maharaj bowled the ball. He tried to cut the ball, but the ball kept low. He just nearly missed the edge. So that to me was the only.
And the one which took the bat outside of Philander as well.
Right. But then apart from those two things, I think Virat looked absolutely rock solid, and he looked in total awe today.
Yes, and we have to talk about Ajinkya Rahane as well. The 178 partnership which was made between these two batsmen really set the tone of the Test match, isn't it?
Absolutely, and India are sitting pretty high right now at the moment. Obviously, they are on the verge of scoring 500 plus runs on the board on the first innings, and that will put immense pressure on the Proteas batsmen. I mean the top order batsmen, particularly the opener Dean Elgar and Aiden Markram. So put at least 600 plus runs, so that they can keep the pressure at every time when they come into bowl.
We discussed a lot about the wicket at Pune, and then a lot of speculations were there as well of the past incidents as well. But so far in the first 2 days, how do you look at the wicket?
I think on day one it is just the wicket has played truly to what Pune wicket is all about. Means it is taken turn on day two itself. We can see. And because and the likes of Ashwin and Jadeja will be very happy to note that Keshav Maharaj and Muthuswamy, the turn they are getting from the wicket, so that will keep them motivated to come into bowl in the first innings.
Okay, Rahane got dismissed, and now we have seen a promotion in the batting order. No Wriddhiman Saha, it's Ravindra Jadeja who is promoted into the batting order. How do you see about this?
I'd say nothing wrong in it, because Jadeja is the informed batsman at the moment, and he has shown in the past few Test matches that he has no mark with the bat. He can bat decently, and his records prove in recent Test matches. So the team and the fact that he can also score quick. He's a free-flowing batsman. If he gets going, then he can easily score runs at a brisk pace, which will only help India, because they would love to bowl at the Proteas batsman after at least for an hour or so today.
How do you see Virat about this particular innings? Because every time when we see Virat Kohli in his form, whether he or Rohit Sharma, it's a delight for the cricket fans.
Yes, that is what the fans have been paid to watch Virat bat. Means obviously, you see the stadium here in Pune is almost away from the city. It's on the highway, but whatever few fans have taken the trouble to go to the stadium, they have got their money's worth. And means to watch Virat bat is so much soothing for the eyes. Means the class, the effortless, the what can I say? Means he has been one batsman, and I think today quite a few records have been broken. Means he's now the fourth fastest to reach 26 Test hundreds, which is after the legend Sir Don Bradman, who has taken only 69 Tests to go on to his 26 hundreds. Then you have Steve Smith, who has taken 121 Test matches, followed by Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar, who has taken 136 Test matches. So in that case, Virat, and also Virat now joins the great Sir Gary Sobers and Steve Smith of scoring 26 Test hundreds. But one record that Indians would be hoping that he soon crosses is the one that the milestone that Sunil Gavaskar 34 Test hundreds, which is not very far. I think
8 more hundreds.
Yeah, 8 more hundreds, and obviously fans will be hoping that he goes on to cross that magic milestone of 100 hundreds, and he can. The way he has been batting, he has still another 6-7 years, and obviously and I do hope and I believe that he can break all the records.
Well, the pedigree Virat Kohli has as a batsman, how do you see the year 2019? Because this happens to be his first 100 in Test cricket in this year.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, means obviously he would have loved to convert most of the starts that he got in this year into big 100, but that it's only the start of the season. Obviously, India did play against the West Indies. He did not get a big score there, but then with the series coming up against Bangladesh and the series in New Zealand, we can only hope that he will make it count. And it will be a treat to watch for the cricket fans all over the world. Is the battle between Virat Kohli and Steve Smith in the coming days. Means both batsmen are class of their own, and both are excellent ambassadors of the game for their own country. So it will be a treat for the fans to watch them bat in the coming year.
Another question, I'd be taking it, it's Nishant Patel who is asking this question. Do you think Shubman Gill will get a chance in the third test against South Africa if India can wrap up the series?
One would hope so, but then see, the team selection of the Indian team, you cannot predict who will be picked or who won't be picked, because we in our chat show on before the test match we discussed that Hanuma Vihari is all certain to keep his place, which was not the case because Umesh Jadhav has been drafted in an extra fast bowler. So you never know if India goes on to win the series 2-0. Who knows? Means Shubman might get a nod ahead of Hanuma Vihari, but then it's too early. First, let us see how this test match. Let us hope that India goes on to win this test match.
Well, there were a lot of words being used, or rather speculations being made about the duel between Kagiso Rabada and Virat Kohli. We have seen Rabada bowled exceedingly well in the last day, but today the way Virat played him with the confidence which he showed against Rabada, it's a treat to watch, isn't it?
Absolutely, and he was willing to dig it deep on the wicket and to play Rabada safely, because he knows that he is the potential wicket-taking bowler on the Proteas side. So as a captain, that is what makes Virat Kohli so special, because he invariably judges what is the situations of the match and he plays according to the situation. That is the hallmark of a great batsman, and Virat Kohli is by far the best batsman in modern day cricket.
Questions are coming in. Okay, Prashant Singh is asking a question. Do you think that Kohli can be at number 3 in Test also?
What is wrong with Pujara? He has done reasonably well. He has been he was the one who helped India win that famous series win against Australia just a few months back, and he has been the wall. Ever since the retirement of Rahul Dravid, Pujara has been the go-to batsman at number 3, and he has delivered. So I don't think any reason why Cheteshwar Pujara should not continue at number 3. So whoever has asked with due respect, I would say that Pujara is too good a batsman to keep his position as number 3.
The next question, Mohit Maheshwari, is Jadeja the most underrated player in the world? Because whenever he gets the opportunity, he performs.
I absolutely agree with Mohit, because Jadeja is a very underrated bowler, underrated cricketer in this Indian team, because just recently he has been a regular in all the 3 formats of the game, which was not the case, because the team management thought that he was not good with the bat, some other reasons which I would not like to discuss on here. But he has definitely been one of the most underrated cricketer in this Indian team. But then it is good to see that he is making it count now that he has been drafted in the squad. Means he has performed in all the 3 formats. When who can forget that knock he played against New Zealand in the World Cup semi-final. He almost won the match for India, and also the Test hundreds that he got. So Jadeja has been a real asset for the Indian team in all the 3 formats of the game.
I have a question regarding Jadeja as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that comment during the World Cup, the bits and pieces cricketer, in fact stimulated Ravindra Jadeja to a different avatar altogether?
This invariably you will notice that it happens to any sportsman. See, bits and pieces comments coming from former cricketers or in the media, that sparks the sportsman. It can happen to any sportsman in any spheres, be it a footballer or a cricketer or anyone. So, and that may have sparked Jadeja, because he really wanted, and the celebration means he always targets, he always has something to say to the former cricketers.
Yes.
Because and also the former cricketers also love to have a go at Jadeja and one thing that has been great for the Indian team is that it eggs Jadeja on and it brings out the best in him, which is only good for Indian cricket.
As long as this is happening, there is nothing to worry for an Indian cricket fans. Another question which is coming on, Nishant Patel, can Rohit score 200 in test matches as well, since he has started opening?
Absolutely, why not? Mayank scored a 200, so, and Rohit, once he gets in, once he gets settled, and once he gets through that initial overs, which was the case in Vizag, he definitely has the potential to go on to get a big 100. He has done it in one-day cricket, and invariably he will have a great chance of scoring a double 100 in test match too.
Nishant Patel is asking a question. What's your opinion on Dhoni? Will Dhoni get selected in T20 World Cup in 2020?
That's
$1 million question.
even the Indian coach Ravi Shastri is also not very sure when Dhoni will be available for the side, because he did mention in a few days back that it's up to Dhoni to come into the side whenever he feels like, but he himself is not too sure about when Dhoni is going to make a comeback, when actually that comeback will happen, because he has almost missed 3 series now. West Indies, the current series against South Africa, and the forthcoming series that is coming up against Bangladesh. So we never know when Dhoni will make a comeback into the Indian team.
How do you see Mayank Agarwal in this particular test match? Every time he comes to bat, he bats with a lot of confidence and a lot of vigor as well.
Boy, what a batsman, what a find for Indian cricket. Means ever since he made his debut in MCG against Australia, he scored a brilliant 76, and then he followed it up with another 77 at Sydney. And then he did well in this series against South Africa. He scored 200s, and he followed it up with another one. So, and the thing about Mayank is that he is one cricketer who loves to play it big, and he has done the hard work in first class cricket. Obviously, he has scored tons of runs. He has scored almost 2,000 runs in 2017-18 season before being drafted into the test squad, and that he was ready. He was waiting for his opportunity, and when he did got an opportunity, he grabbed it with both hands, and that has been the hallmark of Mayank so far. And then with Mayank now settling down as an opener, most of the worries the dressing room will be more at peace, to see that the openers are doing well for the team. And one more thing I would like to add, that is Pune ground has been a happy hunting ground for Mayank, because the beginning of the 2017-18 season, he was about to be dropped because he got a pair in one of the Ranji matches, and he was about to be dropped, but the last moment the Maharashtra coach, the Karnataka coach, made him play that match, and he scored a triple hundred on this very particular ground against Maharashtra. And also we can see that this Maharashtra Cricket Association Stadium has been a happy hunting ground for Mayank.
So another question which is coming on, it's a very, very significant question in my is that why day-night test matches are not being played in India? Because 9:30 to 4:30 is the main walk time for people, and so test matches don't draw much crowd.
I don't think the day-night test cricket board of control for cricket in India has always maintained that they would not like to have a day-night test match. I wonder why, because Australia, England and New Zealand have tried it out very successfully, and those the day-night test matches has really drawn bigger crowds, bigger spectators into the stadiums. But I wonder why they are
reluctant.
They are not so confident of having a day-night test match in India. But I definitely don't see it happening too soon.
Shubham Saha has asked a very interesting question. How many hundreds can Virat score before the end of his career?
I am. How can I predict?
Well, Prashant Singh's question is also very interesting. Can Ajinkya Rahane play at number 4 in ODIs? Considering the form he's in at the moment since the Caribbean tour.
Yes, he should have played in the World Cup for that matter, because he was playing county cricket there, and he for Hampshire, and he should have definitely been drafted into the squad. But I wonder why he was not picked in the World Cup squad, because he's too good a batsman to do well in all the formats of the game.
Nishant's another question. Can Virat make hundreds or more in his career and go past Sachin?
That one would hope so, because the way the conversion rate he is having and the way he is batting at the moment, he has every chance of getting past Master Blaster, obviously. But for that to happen, he needs to. One would hope that he stays fit and injury free. Most importantly, because the amount of cricket that has been played these days in modern day is that means a cricketer has to be very, very fit to get going. And the good point of Virat is that he is a fitness freak. He is one cricketer who keeps himself absolutely fit, and that has transpired in the entire Indian team. Means what he has brought into the side as a captain is that he ensured that each and every cricketer in this team is fit, is the fittest cricketer.
Another question, Kumar Nitz. Sir, as per your opinion, who is the best batsman in ODIs, Rohit or Virat?
I would say Rohit. Only the sheer fact is that means he is a class of its own. With due respect to Virat, both are brilliant batsmen, both are great batsmen, great players. But in white ball cricket, I think Rohit Sharma, hitman, will be slightly ahead of Virat.
Well, the opening slot has been a point of concern for the Indian cricket team for a long time. But do you think with the availability of Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma in the ODI cricket and the limited overs format, and Test cricket now Mayank Agarwal and Rohit Sharma, this looks now set?
Absolutely, this looks now set, and obviously it's a long season ahead, because lots of cricket coming up for the Indian team with the series coming up against Bangladesh. Then India travels to New Zealand to play a complete series where they will play one-day T20 and Test matches, and also later next year they will travel to Australia. So lots of cricket coming up, and it augurs well for Indian cricket that Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit has done well in white ball format, and the same applies to the red ball format with Mayank and Rohit doing well in test format. So one would hope that they continue to do well for the Indian team. That will only bring positive results for the Indian team.
Well, Prashant's question, I think Indian team in ODI is over dependent on the top order. Do you think that?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. I totally agree with Prashant, is that it has been seen that the Indian batting order, if number 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't deliver, means invariably 7 out of 10 times we are under immense pressure because hardly the middle order gets an opportunity. If India gets a good start from the first 1, 2, 3, 4, invariably India goes on to win the match. But if they fall at a very quick success, and then the pressure totally comes on the middle order, because the middle order, this Indian batting is more or less relied upon two batsmen, Virat and Rohit. If they fire, means half of the job is done.
Another question. Uttraksh Kumar, is there end of the career in Test cricket for Shikhar Dhawan?
Definitely not. Why do you say end of a career? He has age on his side, too much. There is too much cricket. You never know with the Indian cricket, because if a player suddenly a drop in form, which can happen anytime for any cricketer, he may have a bad phase, he may not have a burst of form, and who knows? If Shikhar does well, has a great Ranji season for Delhi, he will be playing the Ranji Trophy season for Delhi. If he has a good domestic season, who knows? The doors might be open for Dhawan.
Next question. Guru Dattacharya, please tell something about the next BCCI election.
That is one thing that will be very, very interesting to watch, because come October 23, Indian fans will be hoping that whoever comes into the new board will take the Indian cricket forward, because a lot has been ever since that match fixing scandal broke out. Means Indian cricket has been run by committee of administrators and the Supreme Court. So India there should
fresh
be
faces,
and it is nice to see some cricketers like Mohammad Azharuddin, who has just won the election in Hyderabad Cricket Association. Saurav Ganguly will be representing the Cricket Association of Bengal. Jaidev Shah, who is the son of former BCCI Secretary Niranjan Shah, so he will also be there in the AGM. So there are quite a lot of new faces, and that augurs well for Indian cricket.
Last two questions. Prashant Singh, will Suresh Raina come back in T20 World Cup at number 4?
At the moment, it looks very, very bleak chances. But obviously, the IPL coming up, and Syed Mushtaq Ali T20 cricket, means if he does well, then who knows? But one thing that might go against Raina is that age catching up. He has won you a T20 World Cup. He has won you a 2011 World Cup. So, but we know he has been an integral part of Chennai Super Kings, winning 4 IPLs. So that speaks volumes of his quality. But then I don't think selectors will be influenced about picking Raina just here because of the fact that the age, because they want a fit Indian side that's going to go down under to take part in the World Cup.
Last question from Prashant Singh. Will Thala play the next IPL?
Let's keep it as a suspense.
Thank you so much for joining us. Keep subscribing Extra Time YouTube channel, and don't forget to push the notification bell. Thank you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.